Imagine walking into a store and you're excited to buy a simple Pokemon booster box for your kid, but the shelf is completely empty and you check online and that same $5 pack is selling for $50. Welcome to 2025, where pieces of cardboard have become the hardest commodity to get a hold of. Look at these images here of a restock that happened at Costco, where people are literally fighting just to get a hold of sealed pieces of cardboard. It is literally the worst time to be getting into the Pokemon trading card game, as we're living through the worst scalping crisis in the franchise. Have a look at this. A single Moon Umbreon card has been selling for over $5,000. If you think this is insane, wait until you hear about the McDonald's Happy Meal riots in Japan, where grown adults had bought 40 Happy Meals each just to get the Pokemon cards inside of them. An insane amount of market manipulation is going on that's destroying a 25-year-old hobby, and it's making it impossible for anyone new to get into it. These obese scalpers are pricing out Pokemon cards for children. They've turned stores into war zones, and there's no longer any way to get a hold of new product, because these guys raid in as soon as stocks fill in stores and just clear out the entire shelf. And YouTubers like Logan Paul were dropping 6 figures on vintage Charizard cards. The same people who are scalping sneakers and PS5s realized that Pokemon cards were way easier targets. The pandemic created this insane situation where demand exploded while production got hit by supply chain issues. The companies behind the cards were unable to print them fast enough, and scalpers swooped in like vultures, and what started as harmless nostalgia buying turned into full-blown investment mania. By 2021, we started seeing some warning signs, as Target had to stop selling trading cards entirely after a gun was pulled in a parking lot fight over sports cards. The Pokemon company kept promising that they were going to increase production, but they were fighting automated bots that were instantly clearing out their online shelves. As you can see here, this statement was made in March of 2025. We're aware that some fans are experiencing difficulties purchasing certain Pokemon TCG products due to very high demand impacting availability. They say that they understand this inconvenience can be disappointing for fans, and they are working actively to print more of the impacted Pokemon TCG products as quickly as possible and at maximum capacity to acknowledge this. Reprinted products are expected to be available at retailers as soon as possible. So it does sound like this is going to be bad news for scalpers, as the Pokemon company confirmed that they will continue to reprint recent sets and increase the stock that it plans to print for forthcoming sets. Pokemon card prices have jumped 42% in 2025 alone. Take for example the Moonbreon Umbreon VMAX from Evolving Skies. This captures the insanity perfectly. This card started at around $538. Today its ungraded value is at $1,175. That's a 160% increase in a year. If you manage to get it graded for a PSA 10, then the card jumps up to $2,915. Umbreon isn't alone. The Latias and Latios GX alt art from the team up set now sells for about $2,000 ungraded. These are not vintage cards from the late 90s. They are modern cards that are being treated like rare artifacts. Look at the individual Evolving Skies booster packs. They have gone from the standard $5 price to now being sold ungraded for $31, and if you can get your hands on a PSA 10 booster pack, you can sell it for $170. Then have a look at the insanity with the Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer boxes, which retail for $59.99, but they are going online for hundreds of dollars. You can see these sealed packs of 30 or 60 selling for thousands on eBay. Look at this, a single Prismatic Evolutions ETB has sold here for $267. Even GameStop had to raise their prices above retail because they can't source products at normal wholesale rates. But they have now announced that they will no longer allow customers to pre-order Pokemon TCG products from its websites or its stores. Here's the thing about these Pokemon products, most of these inflated prices are not even based on the cards being rare. The Prismatic Evolutions set was printed massively, but scalpers bought everything so fast that they have created artificial scarcity, which has made the prices explode. The Pokemon company has literally warned about shortages before the set even released because they knew that scalpers were targeting it. These losers that you can see in the video here have created a hostage situation where they've bought so much product which is filling up their bedrooms. Everyone is literally waiting for these scalpers to gradually decrease the prices as they realize that nobody is buying their overinflated product. You can see here the prismatic ETB scalpers are dropping prices because everyone is holding their ground and not buying from them. Look at these Pokemon machines too, which sell the inventory. They state machine inventory will be released periodically and products will have purchase limits. This still hasn't stopped people from clearing the machines out. As you can see, nearly everything is out of stock. Some people who are scalping Pokemon are running sophisticated operations. There are Discord servers with thousands of members sharing real-time stock alerts and coordinating massive buys. During the PS5 shortage, one scalping group owner bragged about members making a good month's salary in a couple of days and buying their wives new cars with money that they've made from profiting off of PS5 resales. These scalping groups use automated programs that clear online inventories within seconds. This is faster than any human is able to load the web page and buy the product legitimately. These loser scalpers call themselves entrepreneurs and resellers. They have sophisticated spreadsheets tracking which cards to flip and which sets to target and how to maximize profit margins. This one store in the UK took some measures to stop scalpers, as this Pokemon shop went viral after a collector discovered their clever strategy for dealing with scalpers. So the local store was charging double the price for booster pack bundles that remained sealed. However, if the customer opened the set in the store, the cost of the cards would drop to their regular price. Since most Pokemon TCG fans do not resell their cards anyway, opening the bundle in store isn't a big deal. However, many scalpers want to keep sets like this sealed so that they can flip them on eBay for triple the price. But I do think this is a really good idea. Open up the product in store and get it at the regular price, but if you want to keep it sealed, then the scalpers are getting scalped at the source where they are purchasing the product. On the 17th of January, you can see these adults in Costco literally fighting over Pokemon 151 boxes that were worth $60 each. Here you can see grown men throwing elbows and wrestling over children's trading cards. The video went viral for all of the wrong reasons. In March of 2025 in San Francisco, two known scalpers got into a physical fight at a Pokemon vending machine at 10 AM. Police had to arrest one of them, and the TikTok video went viral with 1.3 million views because people couldn't believe what they were seeing. Staff now have to escort customers to separate storage areas just so that they can buy Pokemon products. These incidents that are happening at the vending machines are particularly pathetic. Scalpers have been caught unplugging machines to reset purchase limits. Imagine being so desperate for Pokemon cards that you're tampering with electronics in public. Store employees now need security escorts just to restock these machines. And look at the scalpers trying to glitch out these machines in order to buy as much product as they can, totally clearing out the machines for children and for anyone else who is just a fan of the hobby. As you can see, the red lights around the machine indicate that the machine is empty, so there's no point in wasting your time with it. It's already been cleared out by the scalpers. McDonald's Japan had a bit of a disaster this month when a fun Happy Meal promotion with Pokemon cards had turned into disaster. Scalpers bought 40 meals each, dumped the food outside restaurants, and immediately listed the cards online for $28 each. Police had to intervene because of fights and disputes, and the promotion ended after 24 hours. The Poke Investing subreddit has over 260,000 members, and they treat Charizard cards like stock portfolios. These investment communities are ruthless. They share spreadsheets analyzing which cards to buy before prices pump, and they track market sentiment and create artificial hype around specific cards. They all try and predict what's going to be the next big card as they buy out full arts from the recent packs which they are expecting to jump in price within a few months. So they track the market sentiment, see which cards are popular, which have popular Pokemon on them, and they create artificial hype around specific cards. This is the thing, Pokemon cards have turned into a huge investment, with these guys holding portfolios of cards, but as with any investment, as the prices go up, they are eventually going to come back down. Right now is the absolute worst time to be getting into Pokemon. A lot of these guys are euphoric that their investments are paying off, but honestly none of them are going to sell, and they're going to ride these prices all the way back down to the ground. Investment channels like this one create FOMO by constantly talking about undervalued cards that are about to moon.
You guys missed it. You missed out. Now I know the people that watch my channel are extremely smart with their money.
What an absolute loser. This is cardboard made for children children to enjoy. The sentiment has shifted from what Pokemon cards do you like to what cards are going to make you the most money. Single card markets are being manipulated by people buying out specific cards to create artificial scarcity, and they call it cornering the market, like they're trading oil futures instead of exchanging pieces of cardboard. These guys are literally preying on the nostalgia of fans, and they're destroying the hobby. Actual Pokemon fans are being priced out of the entire hobby, as parents report being unable to find basic cards for their children. 7-year-olds who used to enjoy opening packs now are unable to afford them anymore. This one Canadian collector perfectly summed up the crisis, stating, "I'm entirely priced out. I can't afford to buy boosters at all anymore. Unless something changes, I'm done with the game." This is happening to thousands of long-time fans who built the community that these scalpers are now exploiting. Local game stores are struggling to maintain tournaments because basic products are either unavailable or prohibitively expensive. People are even creating proxy cards and using online alternatives because the physical cards have become luxury items. Have a look at this here. This guy tries to fight the scalpers who are buying out all of the Pokemon cards, and look at what their logic is.
I don't deserve to get Pokemon cards.
More money, pay scalper price. I can't pay it. I'm poor. You make more.
Bro, do you hear this? So, because I may have more money than you, I don't deserve to have fun and get Pokemon cards.
I just asked her to take like half a step because when I lean back, her elbows in my face.
Oh, she thinks she's
You
first
should
in
probably
line?
get out of line then, huh?
Who the was talking?
And many fear that the hoops people must jump through to get their hands on new cards is deferring potential players from joining the TCG community.
The scalpers have totally ruined the Pokemon TCG. I made this video because I've recently been trying to get into Pokemon myself. I've been watching Deep Pocket Monster. I'm a big fan of his videos where he tries to collect a complete set within a time limit, and I absolutely love the video where he collected every single Gengar. This inspired me to want to collect every single card of my favorite Pokemon, Lugia. But when I saw that one of the new Lugia V alt arts is selling for hundreds of dollars, it's totally put me off the idea. But yeah, what are your thoughts about the scalpers ruining the Pokemon TCG? What are your experiences of being a part of the Pokemon TCG as a hobby, and how badly have scalpers ruined it for you? I'd love to know all of your thoughts in the comments. And lastly, thank you for making it to the end of this one, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video.
A massive thank you goes out to all of my amazing Patreon supporters for helping to make this video possible. If you also want to support the channel and see your name in the end of my videos, then check out my Patreon, which has loads of perks like early video access and so much more. Thank you for sticking around till the end of the video, and whatever you contribute will mean a lot to me.